To think about what really happens when a customer needs a specific part for a service job, that one little component that's holding everything up. Well, that simple request actually kicks off this incredible, complex journey. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on SAP's super elegant and automated solution that makes this whole thing feel, well, seamless. Let's dive in and see how it all works.
Right? This is the classic problem. Your customer's waiting, the job's on hold, and it's all because of one missing part. It's frustrating. And that single challenge is exactly why this automated process was created. And you might be surprised where it all begins.
So, where do you think this all gets started? Maybe a warehouse or a purchasing department? Nope. The entire journey actually begins with a simple customer service call.
The whole procurement machine roars to life the second a customer service manager creates a service order. That one document has everything: who the customer is, what service they need, and, most importantly, the exact part required for the job. You can think of this service order as the starting gun for everything else that's about to happen.
Okay, so once that service order is saved, it sets off this amazing automated chain reaction. A totally seamless procurement process just kicks off, all in the background, moving from one logical step to the next without anyone having to lift a finger.
And here it is, the entire automated journey laid out for you. It all starts with that customer's request, and then flows through this series of digital handoffs. You've got internal requests, official orders, and finally, the financial settlement. So let's break down exactly what's happening at each one of these stages.
The very moment that service order is saved, bam, the system generates what's called the purchase requisition. Now, this isn't an order to the supplier. Not yet. It's more like an internal digital permission slip. It's the system saying, hey, everyone, we are officially approved to go buy this specific part for this specific job. Next up, that internal permission slip gets converted into an official purchase order. This is the real deal, the formal document that actually goes out to your supplier. Now, this step can be hands-on, where a purchaser handles it manually, or it can be completely automated and run in the background. You can even build in an approval workflow here for some extra financial control before any money is actually spent. And then, the best part, the package from the supplier arrives at the door. So in the system, a warehouse clerk posts a goods receipt. This is an absolutely critical step. It's not just about saying, hey, the part is physically here. The moment that happens, the system automatically posts the cost of that part directly against our original service order. It keeps all the financials perfectly in sync in real time. And finally, the supplier's bill comes in. An accounts payable accountant enters the invoice, and this last step officially closes the financial loop. Every single cent is now accounted for and tied directly back to that original service order. This makes figuring out the job's profitability crystal clear. The real magic here is the complete and total transparency. From that one single service order, you have a perfect auditable trail of the entire procurement journey. Every document, from that initial internal request all the way to the final payment, is linked together. It creates a single source of truth for the entire job. And as a bonus, it even makes processing returns for any unused parts a total breeze.
This is the big question, isn't it? It's kind of the elephant in the room. We've seen what happens, but how on earth does the system make all these smart decisions by itself? Well, this brings us to the invisible engine that's running everything behind the scenes.
The secret to all this automation isn't some kind of crazy magic. It's something called master data. You can think of this as the foundational information. It's literally the brains of the operation. You set it up in advance, and that's what allows the system to work so smoothly without needing constant human babysitting. First off, let's just quickly clarify a key term here. We're talking about non-stock materials. What are those? They're simply parts that you buy on a just-in-time basis for a specific job. You don't keep them sitting on a shelf collecting dust in your warehouse. You order them as you need them. So the system handles these parts in two different ways. For a common part you use all the time, the supplier and the price are already defined in that master data we talked about, which makes the whole process pretty much hands-off. But for a really rare one-off part, you can just enter a description and a price manually. This gives the procurement team everything they need to go out, source it, and place the order. Pretty flexible, right? So the whole thing really boils down to this preloaded address book of master data. It contains everything the system needs to know: who your suppliers are, what the part is, how much it costs from them, and, this is crucial, who the primary go-to source for that part is. With all this data locked in, the system can pretty much execute the entire process all by itself. Now, even though the system is highly automated, people are still absolutely essential.
You need specific business roles for managing things, for oversight, and for handling any curveballs that come up. So let's meet the team.
Each person here plays a really specific part in our little story. You've got the purchaser, who makes the order official. The warehouse clerk confirms the part has physically landed. Accounts payable takes care of settling the bill, and watching over the whole thing is the customer service manager, who acts as that single point of contact to make sure the customer has a great, smooth experience.
All right, so we've seen the what, the how, and the who. But let's talk about the big payoff. Why does all this matter? Why is having a system this tightly integrated so incredibly valuable for a business?
Well, the benefits are huge. You get total visibility. You can see everything from a single screen. Your costs are tracked with pinpoint accuracy because they're posted automatically to the right job. You slash the amount of manual work, which frees up your team and seriously cuts down on errors. And maybe most importantly, you create this seamless workflow that just breaks down the walls between your service and procurement teams, letting them work together as one.
So, I want to leave you with this one thought. Just imagine a world where getting the right part for the right job just happens. It's a background process that's so smooth, so automated, that it's practically invisible. How much faster and better could you serve your customers if that was your reality?
Hey everyone, welcome.